Hello friends, let's see AutoCAD 3D session 4. In session 4 we are going to deal with surface modeling. So we have rule surf, tab surf, edge surf and revolve surf. So this is not again the new surface modeling. This is the old surface modeling where we had only these commands. So this can also work out for modeling. We have rule surf. So when you have a rule surf, it creates a mesh kind of a surface that can be created between two lines or curves. So it can be two curves, it can be two lines, and can be line and a curve, and can be line, a curve and a line. So it requires two objects, open objects. So closed objects are also possible. So the position where you select, the position where you select will depend, the surface will depend upon that. So if you select one as this and two as this, you will get a crossed mesh in this manner. So examples is papers, files, screen, all these objects you can create using rule surf. This is also possible using rule surf. So here will be two closed surface. The same object I am going to create because we know the difference, how it will be. Okay. So this is one kind of a rule surf. So let's go for the, so now this I'm going to delete it. So we'll see about the surface modeling. The surface modeling rule surf. So first you need to create 2D objects. Suppose I want to create a paper. Okay, so I'm going to draw this line. And then I can say rule surf. So one more copy you can make. So whatever distance you want, the length of the paper, then you say R-U-L-E R-U-L-E-S-U-R-F, rule surf. Or if you want to have a command here, you have the surface modeling in the surface. Here the command is not there now, but if you want, you can type mesh modeling. Here we have the rule surf in the mesh. Here revolved surface, rolled surface. Okay, so this is the first, so rule surf. So this is the first defining curve. This is the second defining curve. So it becomes a straight line. Okay, you can increase the number of surfaces. Select that. Now, when you go for a shaded mode, okay, you can see that it is a simple paper. Change it and give it a color to it. So if you want, you can have a colored paper. Or you can use like this, rotate array, polar array. Okay, so use polar array. Select the object. roller and the center point of array, let this be the center point. We want to change the color of one paper. Everything is going to change. So we're trying to explode it. Explode. Enter. Now everything has become single. You can change the color of the paper in this way. So in this way, the paper color can be changed. Similarly, if you want to draw a pencil using rule surf, so you can draw a circle. Okay, copy the circle from the space point, center point, towards it whatever distance you want. Okay, then you will say rule surf. First defining curve, second defining curve. Now see the object has come. So this pencil we saw in the surface modeling, but that was another command. This is another command, but you can see that here 2D wireframe. Here there are only 4 faces. These are called the faces. Okay. So now, if you want to make it smooth, what you can do is select it, right click, properties. In this you have smooth option, level 4. You can make it very smooth. You can see now how smooth it has become. Okay. So this is the roll surf. And then suppose you want to place that one more rule surf. This will be the same. I can copy this, enter from this center point and whatever distance you want, and one more distance, or you can keep it like this. Okay. Now you will say rule surf, select this, and here the center part will be a bit smaller. So select this part and select this part. Okay. Then one more point we need to have. Now I am placing a point in the center first. Now I am moving the point, but I don't know where it is. So I'll say move enter, last enter. Select the object. If it is here, then I need to move it at the point which I want. Go to the top. It is there. It may be at the bottom also. We have to find out where the point is. just place a point and then move last enter, select the object, node, okay. Now you will say rules of, select this object and select this object. So got a pencil now. Okay. You can smooth both these also. Right click properties. Go back. Okay. So one by one I need to do it. Select, right click properties. Go back and say smooth 4. You have to select it. Press escape to come out. Select and say smooth 4. Then it will become out. So here you don't make it smooth. Now, okay. And change the color. Here also change the color. If you go to the shaded mode, you can see that now the pencil has been created. Okay, but the previous thing which we created was solid modeling without using any other 2D object. Here this is surface modeling. The same pencil can be created, or the same object, don't take it as a pencil, it is union it. If you have with the union to in the surface or the mesh, you have the union, then you can make use of this union. Normally your union is only for solid objects, not surface objects. But if you say union, if you do it, it comes with UNION, union, enter. Select the objects, enter. 3 is asking, so convert to say 3D solids or surfaces. So automatically it's going to convert that. It has become one single object. It's become smooth also. In this way, you can create your 2D objects using rules of. Okay. So next, one more is the screen. So that you can do using one more open object. So for that, use 2D wireframe. You can see the mesh. It has mesh has been formed. Number of meshes have come. We have seen that rules of. So next we go for the edge. Now suppose, now in the rules of itself you can make screens. So I'm going to draw an arc. Let us draw the arc. Okay, so I copy it. At whatever distance you want. Use command called rules of. Select the first defining curve. Now when I get selected here and when I select it here, it will form the surface. But when I select it here and when you give the command called rule surf, and when select it here and when I select it here, that will create a cross surface. So give the command called rules of select and select, and then use a copy or an array. So this is how you will create different objects. Suppose we have another command. When we talk about that command, we have tab sub. So in the tab sub, so this is the kind of a screen that will be created. So we have the next command called tab sub. So tab sub creates a mesh from a line and a curve. So or it requires a line, that's a direction, and any object that represents the curve. So it will sweep along that straight path. It cannot be crossed, but it has to be straight. That's called a tab sub. So these kind of objects can be created using again shed screen. So you can see that this is the um, curve and this is the direction. Okay. So example can be a mat, a doormat, uh, or sleeping mat. Okay. So let us draw a sleeping mat using this tab sub. So here is the command called tabulated surface or tab sub. So for that uh, I have a or what we will do, we will use two commands. This line and this is one more line which I am going to use uh, that. So I need to use here rule serve. First rule serve. Select first defining curve, second defining curve. Then I draw a circle here. So I go to the left of the front view. So here I try to draw a circle because I want the object to be closed. Now I go to the top view. Now you can go to the Southeast isometric view to check. The circle is in this way. So I need to go to the front view now, not the top view. Front view or the left view. Left view is the front view. I want to go out. Front. So I draw a circle. This is center point. Radius. Let's say 0.5. Okay. So now I got this here. So I'm going to move that object in the top view. move this here. So, and then you need to have a direction for that object. So let's say I draw a line. This is the direction which I want. Now I can say tab surf. So it's asking select object for path curve is this. Direction vector. I'm sorry, it's path curve is this. Direction vector is this. Path curve is this. Direction vector is this. Okay. So you can make it smooth. Because the direction vector was too long, came out here, I want up to here only. So that's the path curve and the direction vector. Make it smooth. This also you can increase the number of meshes. That will become a matte kind of a thing, or a paper roll, or a notepad, or a paper rolled up. Anything that you want to define, you can use that. Or a solar power generator, solar panel. So anything can be formed using this tab surf. Next will be a command is revolve surf. So edge surf is there. So edge surf is like a mesh object. So we'll see it later. So we can form a leaf kind of a thing. We'll come to revolve surf. So revolve surf creates a mesh by revolving a profile around about an axis. Okay, so it requires a path curve, an object, and the axis of rotation. So for that, now what is the use of this? This kind of uh, glass and these kind of rockets, lampshades. So these kind of lampshades can be created using this revolve option. So let's see some of the revolve surf options. So revolve surf, we need rev surf. For revolve surf, we need to go to the front or the left view. So we go to the front view. Now I need an object. So I draw a polyline. Polyline can be smooth. This is my polyline. Okay. And I need a revolution axis. So I draw a line. This is my revolutionary axis. So two objects are there. So if I say revolve surf, select the object to revolve is this. Select object that defines axis of revolution is this object. So start angle is 0, end angle is 360. So you get a smooth object. So based on the type, and you can make it smooth. can see that the object has been created. You can see now. This is how we have to give a material called glass now, which we have not learned. So you can create any kind of shapes using this. So let's create one more shape, a lamp shade. First go to the top view and then go to the front view. For lamp shape, use a polyline or a spline also. This will be my lamp shape and a line of axis for revolution. Go for Revolve surf. Select the object, path curve and define this. Make it smooth. Smooth level 2, 3, and 4. Lamp shape can be created. You can create one more cylinder here and then give a direction of path vector, and then you can create your use this orbit command. See how this is the use of this revolve. So any kind of object can be created. Lamps, any kind of lamps, bulbs can be created using this revolve option. So next we have the tab surf. Next we have the edge surf. So where it requires 4 edges so to be modeled. So 4 edges can be anything. So it can be an arc, it can be a line. So you want to draw a leaf kind of a thing. So this is I'm drawing. I'm going to mirror it. So 4 edges it requires. So we can draw 4 lines, line now. You can bring it closer. And then use the connect using line. Okay. So we'll say edge surf. So first surface 1, surface 2, surface 3 and surface 4. So 4 surface. The condition is it requires 4 surface to create a object. Properties. This is in the top view. We could have used in the front view to create a petal kind of a thing. So let us do that. So here you can array it polar base point of rotation is here. So this is in the top view. So if you see, if you have created an object in the top view, so these kind of objects can be used. If you create it in the front view, then your object will look in the front view, but it cannot be modified in such a way that you can modify the petals to become a flower like. So that will be done in the solid modeling in other ways, other mesh modeling in other ways. Okay. So dark surface used for this, or you can use it for tiles or a pavement under a pavement surface under a building. So this is how you will try to create your all the objects using surface modeling. First, these four are very, very important. So these are the basic forms of modeling. So that is why we are using the surface. We have shown the surface modeling. So let us go and see in the next session even more detail. In detail, we will see. Thank you for this session.